I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
I'm only hungry because I'm pissed. I fucking hate losing. I shouldn't have fucking lost.
You are alright.
Fields don't fucking sell me, and then Madden don't fucking hold me, bro. We walk away with a win. Like, I don't know what kind of bullshit fumble that was by Fields. Like, that shit was so inexcusable, bro. Like,
you were alright, bro.
Really on my shit list for that shit. Nah, hell nah. I'm making Fields run gashers right now in practice. You should see it. Nigga just,
man, not gashers.
that nigga running back and forth right now in practice. He just running back and forth. We working on that same sideline throw until we get it right, Shoguns. Over and over and over and over again. Like,
you thinking about it too much?
Nah. Understand.
If that Nano, you can hear him throwing and breaking stuff in the background. He really
understand. If we get that catch, bro, I'm walking down there and I'm putting a touchdown on the field. He's gonna have like 30 seconds.
Nano be going in when he drop again. He be in the back. Damn it! I got it.
Yeah, this is a calm drop. This is a calm drop because I really should have won, and I know I should have won because I just know if I get that fucking completion, it's game on. Like, flat out. And I shouldn't have waited till 4th down to get that shit, but it was there on 4th and 6.
I get quiet when I get this.
Yeah, I mean, I went through that first. You see, I went through the film, I went through the bitching, then I was like, all right, well, now we got to just sit there in the loss. I'm looking at my record. I'm like, fuck, I'm 9-3, not 10-2, 9-3. He's 8-4. He plays the Browns next. That's when I got quiet because I was like, all right, let's think about what we got to do.
Good morning. Welcome into First Take.
And now I'm still mad because I'm looking at the film like, bro, I should have fucking stomped this. Oh my god. Just so many dumb shits in between the course of the game.
Cause they want field good. Oh my bad, they'll come out real field good. Oh. Pow, pow, pow.
That ball when you better catch this shit, you butt bitch.
So what do a coach like you, Max, do after a loss? What are you doing right now?
Right now?
I'm
literally in practice throwing that same fucking play, seeing if I was bugging the fuck out or if I really just had, like, if that really was a Madden moment. Because I remember the lag that was going on when I made that throw. And I'm calling it the biggest play of the game because what I was cooking up after that shit was hot dots for a touchdown.
Really?
Straight up.
Fuck the extra point, huh?
It was, I mean, no, I was down by 3. I was going to run, check what coverage he in, see if I got a hot dot. If I got a hot dot, throw that shit. If I don't got a hot dot, line back up, run the ball again. We was in field goal range after that throw. Like, I was fine. Like, I already knew. I was so poised and everything. I just got blown and capsized, bottle cap, because when I really thought it was a catch. Like, I'm screaming catch before it's a catch because I'm like, that's just a catch. I'm looking at this nigga wide the fuck open. Like, this is a catch. I heard you say catch. I was like, oh yeah, catch. Like, this is a catch. No. I was like, oh shit. We just lost. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, it looked like it was the right read.
I'm in practice literally throwing that same ball right now. Hot fucking dot in practice. And then I watched the first drive already just to see my first drive versus his first drive, just to see if, like, I really pushed anything. Like, I didn't really push anything towards the course of the game, but it's because he couldn't really stop the run either. Like, I kind of didn't feel the need to push we was trailing. So I'm like, we trailing. Let me not do nothing stupid here. Like, we about to just if you can't stop the run, I run 3 run plays, I'm down the field in touchdown range. So I mean in the red zone. So I'm like, why the fuck do I need to come out there and air raid you? Like, that was my thinking of that whole like why Fields didn't throw the ball. He couldn't stop the run. It's just we had that one turnover by Fields with that fumble that gives him a free touchdown. So he had the like upper hand on me as far as like possessions and shit. Like, we playing catch up. We need a stop now. We couldn't get a stop after that pick. We needed one more stop, and we kind of got it. We got it because we got the 3 and then the bullshit. So like, I'm not pissed for real because I feel like I should have won that game, but right now I'm spamming that play until somebody drops it.
What does that do for you in the upcoming matchup and the few advances?
That loss or what?
That's the loss. The mode you in right now. You're very upset.
Oh, I'm finishing out strong. I won't say like what the goal. I mean, what the objective. I mean, the objective is to mud stomp everybody, honestly. But strong is the way I want to finish out. Like, I want to mud stomp you in every form and fashion, defensively, offensively. Shit, I want special teams, forced fumbles. I want my boys to be like locked the fuck in. Because we should have won that game. We should be 10-2 right now.
So talk about it, man. You lost that game, 34-31 on my son, right? Big time game. Y'all had a hell of a game. Game of the week. Went down to the wire. Real draft shit. You know, what do you? Where do you go from now, man? I mean, the only young 3 losses on the season. Not really, you know. Some big teams lost that, you know, put you in a situation where that loss doesn't murder your situation in the playoffs, and you still have a shot to, you know, for first place. It's a tight walk all the way down to the last week 17, as always over here in Real Draft. But the fact that now there is now a new sheriff in town in the AFC South at this point, how do you address that situation, and where do you go from here?
I wouldn't dictate him a new sheriff because of a 1 win. I still think the AFC South is my division to lose, which makes me the sheriff. But after seeing an impressive win like such, I think it just sends us back to our fundamentals, you know, just realizing who the fuck we are and going out there and playing like it. Not just this game, but the next games and all the way up into the playoffs. Like, playoff football was started already for us mentally, but like now we got to get in there, like, go produce playoff football, like, you know what I'm saying, outcomes.
Do you feel as though you have to respect this Texans user right now?
Yeah, I get, yeah, respect of the win and the user. That's just gonna be my mode. I'm in the mode where we shouldn't have lost, so it's always gonna stop there. Like, we shouldn't have lost that game. So respect the user, respect the L because it humbles us, but hungry as hell because, like, we just got our plate taken away from us and niggas was not done eating, like, at all.
Take us through that game, man. To walk us through that game. Why do you feel as though you should have won that game? And there's their argument for the Texans to say the same thing. I won, but, you know, maybe I could have won that thing even better, more than what I won by, or I don't feel as though I should have. Do you think the Texans walk out of there like, damn, I escaped with a win, I should have lost?
I don't think he'll go to say that, because the type of user that I feel like he is, I don't think he'll say I should have lost out his mouth or like in text. I think he would say more like, we had a scare there. Like, we had a situation where we could have lost highly, but we stuck it out and played defense.
So explain that, because, I mean, he went up big right before halftime off a scoop and score fumble, and then every time you scored, he answered. So explain why he should have been with that, whew, we got out of there. We should have lost.
Because we really was just one earlier stop, drop picks by a rookie, big third downs, guys, you know, not getting off the field. We was a couple third downs from, like, him not scoring. Even a fourth down where we had everything bagged up and we couldn't get to the quarterback. Like, we had 4-man rush, just not get into the quarterback. So I think when he looks at it like certain plays was bagged and he had to go out the pocket and wait for a play to get open. He's getting 10 play drives. He didn't have any like quick throw, like quick bombs. Like he didn't move the field.
Well, I got a quote right now from the Houston Chronicles, the Marijuana Network, and this quote says, we feel really good about our run game, and we also feel really good about our offensive line. Our offensive line has really played well all year long, and we feel like they'll continue that even in this game. So what do you say to a team that knew that had a good offensive line that really kind of stopped your D-line from doing anything pressure-wise?
I would say that was a good observation, and it might have been the turning point in the game because Fields has 3 sacks, a forced fumble, and Logan. What's his name? Wilson, Zach Wilson. I said Logan. I don't know why I said Logan. Zach Wilson had 1 sack. Stayed pretty clean. Like I'm saying, run game 19 for 96 he had. So definitely moving the ball a little bit higher. It's a little bit higher than he's been doing the past couple of weeks. So they definitely made a statement. They might have been the actual like turning point in the game, minus that big play. I would say is how well the offensive line protected.
So I would speak on. Let's get into the stats of this game, man. We coming off a big time game of the week. It was our game of the week, so we got to stay here and with this game. Coach Texan, let's dig into it real fast. Here we go. All right, so we've seen a record low since Justin Fields has been over here. I mean, 118.7 QB range, not bad at all, but he was held to 92 yards. He had a touchdown and an INT in this game. With 37 yards being his longest. Was sacked 3 times, 5 for 6. He really didn't throw the ball at all. I said this in the beginning of the podcast leading up to this game. Is Fields going to show who he is and open up and continue off of what we think he could be, or is he going to play a safe football game right now? To me, it looks like the Texans forced you into playing a safe football game. I mean, you were in playoff mode with those attempts. 5 for 6. Now he was great. He only missed 1 incomplete pass in those 6 attempts. But what was it about this Texans defense that didn't allow you, or did you not want to, take risks throwing the ball down the field?
It was a little bit of both. It was a little bit of both. When we came out and we had pressure early, I just didn't kind of like the way that felt. So we went to the run to kind of just like, play some strong man football. And then, like, we was just taking sacks, so I didn't want to necessarily try to, put Fields in that situation. It is only his, 4th game with us, 3rd game with us. So it's like, this is the game he took the most sacks. I'll say that. In the past games that we got him, this is the game he took the most sacks. So, and a fumble out of that. So it's kind of like, I literally didn't want that to happen because of the game it was in. I knew that the Texans D-line is good as hell. I knew that my offensive line, they're young. I knew that this was a big game. So it's like the defense and just me being in my own head a little bit. I felt comfortable running the ball with Ford. I didn't want to have to put Fields in that situation where we go out there and throw 15 and get rocked 5 times and maybe get a throw out of sack or some ass shit. And then, we give the game away. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like the Houston coach coming in trying to make a name for himself wanted the game more?
No, I don't think he wanted them more than me. I think he was probably a little bit more calmer than me, maybe. Being that I know where I was at that moment, I wasn't jittery or hyped. So it's like, oh, I can't focus, but I was locked in. So it was like, was he maybe as locked in as me, taking it as locked in, or was he, I think he was a little bit more sit back, poised about it. Or at least that's the way it felt like he was playing. He didn't feel like he was playing, like he had an itch on his back to get this win, kind of.
19 for 146 yards, 7.7 yards a carry for Devin Ford, 2 rushing touchdowns. Emmanuel had 19 carries for 96 yards. Fields did get out the backfield, 3 for 36. It seemed like, a lot of the pass and dropbacks was really, one read and running with Fields right now. So why wasn't that? We didn't see that more.
He started putting spies on the field. Kind of because I think he saw that too, that he was putting us in a little ordeal with the pressure the D-line was getting. So being able to throw a spy out there to keep me from like just dipping. Sometimes it was there, sometimes it wasn't there, which is a good adjustment to make. Probably circumstantial on downs and distance, of course.
Wide receiver Butchie Spirit, man. We talked all week leading up to this game. You guys were very concerned about this guy. He had 3 catches, 38 yards, 12.7 yards a catch. He still scored a touchdown in this game. What happened in the moment of him scoring? Like, what was he spent a lot of attention for Butchie. He spent a lot of attention on him.
We had a match coverage. Knowing that he was going to cross face, I was on the cornerback that was on him, playing a little mismatched coverage. Won't give that away, but we was playing a match coverage. He crossed the face of 2 linebackers that just couldn't keep face of him, kinda, and they didn't put hands on or anything. Fundamentals like we taught them down there in Indy, and they let him get an untouched drag route for about 8 yards and a touchdown. Other than that, I felt comfortable when my matchup with Harvey on Butchie. I felt pretty comfortable. Harvey had a pick against him. I felt comfortable as hell, minus that one play where Harvey got out of that situation, and we kind of had some other guys just drop the ball a little bit. But Butchie was definitely a guy we was looking out for.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
He had 3 catches, 4 catches. I don't remember how many catches he had. I know he touched the ball a fair amount of the time. I think the tight end was the leading receiver on the team.
But now they're saying all these other people.
Yeah, fuck them. They got peeled. They gonna come over.
Well, we finally have a peace of mind, and y'all gonna come over and
fuck that up. Yeah. Fuck no. Fuck out here, Craig. Anyway, Vidarius Cohen, man. VC. This guy was all over the field, man. He pretty much wasn't really hearing a run up the middle. 9 tackles. He had a tackle for loss in this game as well. Kwity Paye did get to the quarterback. But again, when you look at the Texas defense right now, man, Browning did what he came to do. Xavier also played well. We didn't really see too much from Jalen Phillips out there. And then in the turnover department, when we look at the turnover department, Bullock, but Rich had the game winner. What do you think about that interception, that throw? Let's talk about that last play. All right, you came out. We thought you kind of had a poor sequence of play calling in the first and second down. And first down ran up the middle. Second down kind of gave him another run up the middle. And then third down. I'm not sure what happened on third down, but I know you were stuck on 4th and 10. And in that situation, did you take it? No sacks, just something. What happened on third down? Because I'm missing third down. Was it 3 runs?
Third down. No, it wasn't 3 runs. I think on third down we took us. I think I tried to run out of pocket, and I think we got tackled. Let me go look. All
right, but even in them sequences, right? Even in that sequence, man. Kenny Rich made a hell of a play. Talk about that play. So you in practice right now, practicing that same route. And let's take us back to that throw.
That third down, we took a sack. Remember, we took that sack. My running back picked it up, and he couldn't run nowhere. They called it a dead ball.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So my thing is this, real talk. We watch Fields roll out. Now your thing is Fields made that throw 100 out of 100 times, right?
In practice, as
just making
right
that
now.
throw, right? So he rolled out, didn't get his feet set at all making that throw. Do you think that has something to do with that ball being a bad throw?
Not at all.
So take me through it. Take me through the play. You running the play right now? You in practice or you in the game watching it? Replay that play.
We have the outside double team. There's nobody in Fields' face. I'm looking at the play. I'm doing it in practice. We have the outside double team on the end, which means that Fields, I could have stopped and popped, but where the placement was at that time of my receiver, the stop and pop and then throwing the animation, he would have probably hit the out of bounds because he was on a deeper crosser than another crosser. He was on a pretty deep crosser to get over top. And we throw it at the sideline and pull it down a little bit to have it come to the receiver, which we do a lot in practice to tightrope that sideline. And as we click on, I'm pressing secure catch. It's on the screen, but he never secure catches. I'm saying hot dot. If you go look at the stream, I'm saying hot dot because if you go look at my film, this is a throw I throw a lot.
So let me bring you back to perspective here. You're really good at watching your opponents, getting their tendencies down, understanding who their players is. Talk to me about the players you saw that you had to worry about on when you was on defense. Who do you had to worry about? Who did you feel as though was their most important
I'm always
player?
checking for that middle linebacker, Floyd. Sometimes he lines up at the outside linebacker position. But
No, when you're on defense. When you're on defense.
I'm on defense. Oh,
this
okay,
game was predicated around Butchie Spearman, right?
Yeah, it was Butchie, and then identifying the tight end.
Well, that's where I was great get at right now, because he comes off a game. I was on Real Talk a couple advances ago. He comes off a game where his tight end had down there 300 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, 11 catches and 242 yards,
went
5 touchdowns.
And got money today. 5 catches, 83 yards, 16.6 yards to catch and a touchdown today.
As I was saying, Jacoby let me down. That was Jacoby's assignment today.
So you had a match there, one-on-one?
Yeah.
Jacoby had to deal with him?
Jacoby, a lot of the times I asked Jacoby to use the athletic ability and deal with Hudson Wolf or Hudson Henry. Yeah, I asked him. We went over in practice, had him matched up against Pitts. Just lost the battle today. The rookie had a pick against him, but dropped it. But you know, Jacoby was the main person that was supposed to have that a job today, in man coverages and reading him in the cover 2, checking tight end first, and then get back to your responsibility. Just we had a game plan just to not see it go through. It did hurt us a little bit. I believe he had 5 catches, 90-something yards, touchdown.
Damn near 90 yards in the teeth, man. He made 2 clutch plays on third down. 2 very clutch plays on third down.
Both of those times I felt really secure with the assignment that we had, and he was able to make a throw, and Hudson was able to make the catch and get down with it. Those are just big time
we
plays.
Be on Real Talk. We call our shit Real Talk because we Real Talk right now. I just need to know for real right now at this moment after that loss, playing that team, because really what I saw today was you had success in running the ball, right? And usually that turns out the wins for you. In this moment you had great running game today, but it didn't equate into a win. Is it time to respect this Texans guy yet, man? He's been in the league. He took his lumps 0-6 before he joined the team. He went through the first season unnoticed, but he only lost 1 game in that beginning, and that shit came down to him getting a forced loss, not him losing a game, right? That was hunger there. He comes back into this season, starts off well, and the games he lost was a possession game, just like the game he just won today. He came out on the end of not losing that 1 possession game to winning that 1 possession game. Is it time to put some respect on this guy's name, or do we need to see more?
I think I'm gonna go with I think we could put the RES on it, and then we gotta wait for the rest of it to come through. It's kind of early to just you know what I'm saying? It's kind of early to say that. It's not
well, when we plan in the division, the AFC South has been the bottom for it's been the easiest division in the
AFC South terms, yes. I was speaking in the whole league, as far as
I'm talking about right now. You have a guy that you have to deal with twice a year
Absolutely, yeah. I thought you was talking about league. In this division, fuck yeah, absolutely. That might have been the best game I had in the division since I whooped rough ass. Oops, my fault.
Shots fired. But all right. So with that being said, right now, man, what type of energy do you put in into your next matchup right now, man?
Complete locked in mode. Looking at him with a different eyeglass now, not as just a first time playing this guy type of eyeglass. Be expect the unexpected type of thing. We're gonna lock in. So I hope he locks in, because yeah.
All right, so I've been, getting into my little mix, doing my little reporter shit, digging in there, man. But we got a lot of comments I've been missing coming in this chat right now, man. The last one that popped up was, I was about to say, you better respect me, laughing out loud, the fuck. Uh-oh. Hey, man, choice words right there, man. He said, respect. You better put some respect on my tight end's name. We felt like we won that game. We don't feel like we escaped shit. None of that. Everything you saying, countering that with, we expected to win that game, all types of shit.
I mean, that's fine.
How you feel about that, man? How do you feel about that, man? This is a confident guy right now, cuz.
If you look at that last play and you can honestly tell me that, that was a stronghold win, then that's all I need to see. If you can look
Max
at that
lost
last
to the
play
new
and say so,
Texans.
if you can look at that last play and then
Next
say,
game
oh
lost.
damn,
Yeah.
he might have should have had a chance there, like that was a catch, then we could have something to talk about. But that last play wasn't in my hands. Madden 21 took all control of that, which cost me the game.
He said I need a mic at this point. Oh shit.
Well, guess what? Hop on a fucking game. We interview all our what's the names, and this guy first of all, Max, does he deserve an interview? Who the new Texans? Craig and them. I had told Craig and them I was gonna kick it with them. Gotta go. See you when I see you.
And he says the throw shouldn't have happened. Go look at the throw.
I'm in the comments. He led the entire game. Dub is a dub, no matter how it goes. His feet wasn't even set. Mic up and join the chat.
You don't have to have your feet set to throw a dead-eye pass, first off. Second off, there was nobody in front of Justin Fields' face. It was a 20, 30-yard field throw. Do we know who Justin Fields is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then. So a 20 or 30-yard throw should be fine. Nobody in his face
fast.
did the job of double teaming.
Go to your Craig, go to your mic check. Go to like you about to send me an invite. Go to party settings and make sure you got share voice always on.
And he didn't lead
The
the
real
entire
talk
game,
has just got spicy right now. Let's go.
He didn't lead the entire game, but that was the important part of the game. When I tied it up, that's when the slate became even at that point, and I felt like, yeah, like now we have a ball game.
All right.
I'm just now on the real talk. I'm the
All right.
She was really on that shit.
All right.
I don't know, I feel a little bit differently about it.
All right. Say that again. You what? I'm Stu.
I feel a little bit differently about it.
Okay. First of all, I would like to introduce our Texas coach right now, man. Stand-up guy, man. I spent some time kicking it with him, just, like I do everybody in the league, just talking to him, getting a sense of how he feel about football, how he view the game and all that thing. I think we got ourselves a good user over here, man. I think he, shout out to his cousin too, Rob, man. We got some good guys over here right now, man. But you know what? No voice goes unheard in our league right now, man. Flat out. We've been talking about you, seems like for the last 5 real talks. We've been mentioning the Texans. You're here now, man. You got a voice right now. You just came out of. Would you say this was one of your biggest games since you've been in RDL?
Yeah, I'll say definitely my biggest game because it's one of the only games I had circled for 5 weeks. I've been ready. I've been waiting for this game. He didn't really give me an opportunity to really do research on him, so I finally did catch him on the Cleveland game.
Okay.
I mean, I respect his game. He definitely nice. But like I just said, I feel like I wanted it more today. But I feel like he was at the top, so that's probably natural because I'm down 2 games to him, so
right.
I really wanted it. You know what I mean? So not saying he didn't want it. You know what I mean? But
let's go back to 5 weeks. With this game circled and really not having no film to see what this guy's about, and him having all the film on you. Let's talk about that a little bit. How do you feel? You know what I mean? What type of, huh?
I don't have film on him. He's on Twitch mostly. I don't have much. I had to wait.
So let me ask you this: Was you able to go back and learn? Was you able to go back and learn? Was you able to go back, Washington football game and the Dallas Cowboys game? Was you able to go back and watch
Cowboys game was on,
to get some teas, to get some tendencies?
The Twitch game is on Twitch though. The Twitch game is hard to get tendencies though because you can't rewind. You can only pause. So that. I really only had the football game for real. I had to watch it live on purpose just to see real life. What was he gonna do in a game?
Was you able to go back and do what you do best? Come on. First of all, what we're not gonna do is take away from what makes you great right now, which is studying your opponent and grabbing tendencies. So was you able to gather your intel?
The football game, yeah, we watched that. 2 or 3 times, and then took what we needed to go out of that and applied it inside the.
Now, what did your tendency point you to? What was your tendencies in that game? What did you learn from watching that football game?
Football game, he's not scared to run it. He ran it 15 times, 16 times against a football team, and they got that ill front seven, which means we got to stop the run, because if you don't stop the run, he will run it. Find Butchie, find fucking Hudson. Playmakers if you're playing zone. Those are my defensive adjustments.
Is that why you play? Wait, him playmaker or you playmaker? Because we saw a couple playmakers out of you today.
He's got a couple playmakers too in his bag. Not to give away all the coaches sauce, but he knows how to utilize what Madden gives him too in the playmakers. So we knew that if I know how to do it, other people do too. So we got to watch out for it.
All right, so Craig, what do you say to these type of guys, man? Who the fuck is the Texans? Okay, big win, so what? Why do we gotta worry about you? You ain't did shit yet. How do you feel? How do you respond to anybody that has that thought process right now?
To be honest, I got 2 words. I'm here. I mean, that's pretty much it.
I'm done. Oh God, let's go. You're making spicy.
I'm not even really talking shit to just him per se, or talking shit to anybody.
You talking to the league, yeah.
I'm just passionate about this shit, bro. So you know what I mean. Football period, they don't even gotta be on the Madden shit. So it's just like, you know, I hate losing. I'm pretty sure we all do. Mm-hmm. So I just gotta get in the lab. And I never ever studied a person's tendencies and studied anything like that. When I got the ODL, it was way different, bro. You know what I'm saying? The level of competition is unreal. I want the beating everybody that knows as to like being in the middle of the pack, and I'm like, what the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I mean, respect to everybody in the league, bro, because I don't really have no blowout wins. I'm not even the type of person who tries to look for a certain receiver, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. I just traded for Van, and I barely even use them. I just try to take what you give me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know
playing football, playing what they give you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So let's take a walk through this game right now, man. Just the first quarter. Hold on, let me get to it before. Let me get to the box scores right now, man. Y'all come out 7-7 in the first quarter of the ball game. After that first quarter, the bell sounded, and y'all walking into the second quarter. I'm gonna ask both of y'all the same question. I'll ask Craig to answer first. What was your feelings after coming out of a 7-7 first quarter? So that to me means, you know, it wasn't a lot of possessions in that first quarter. Maybe both of y'all had the ball once, maybe twice.
I mean, for me, the first quarter, I knew I gave him a touchdown because I started off with a pick 6 in the game.
Right.
So I feel like I didn't know enough about his offense yet to know if I was going to be fully able to stop it, but I did know I had to start putting a spy on Justin because I had everything covered up, but he was running Justin out from the quarterback. Okay. But luckily, I'm blessed enough to have a solid front forward, so he's not going to get that much time usually as it is, you know what I'm saying? Right, but I had to add a spy on Justin because he was starting to kill me with his legs.
No doubt. Now, Max, I'll ask you that saying, coming out of that 7-7, first of all, how was those points scored? Was it offensively? Somebody drove down, put the crowd together, score, pick 6? What happened?
His third play was a pick 6 by Harvey. So I didn't really get a taste. I'll use a different word there. I didn't really get a feel for his offense. Because of that, kind of like, just because I knew he was going to try to hit me with something different. He knows I've been watching. So then when he came out the second drive, we got a whole bunch of different shit. And he marched down the field and he scored. I think put on an 8-play drive and then scored. I went out and I think I put on a short drive and I punted to him, I believe, I want to say.
Okay. So let's talk about the second half. Let's talk about second quarter now. Now that's not enough. You know, my theory is this: when you're playing your opponent, it takes you about 2 drives to really get a hold and feel of what they trying to do for the day. So y'all come out of one possession with a pick 6 and a nice little drive for a touchdown. We get into the second quarter right now, and it was fireworks late in the second quarter. Craig, I'll talk to you about this. Do you feel like that was your front four, knowing that you had a strong front four to get that strip sack for the touchdown?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I that's not my first strip sack of the year, too, with my defense. Right. I just had one on the football team, too. So I'm pretty confident with my team getting in there. And, you know, it's everybody always try to throw the ball right before my D-line gets there. So I actually get more strip sacks than usual than people would really think. But, I mean, I just wanted to make Justin feel uncomfortable, bro. I mean, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see him put up 69, 62 points, and I just, in my head, like, my pride is like, nah, I can't let him do me like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he does a lot of, he did a lot of, like, you know, everybody do them deep crosses and get them towards the sideline. I just try to shut that down as much as possible. Right. And you know what I mean? Surprisingly, he didn't really. I seen him pass a lot. Surprisingly, with me, he ran more. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, I spoke upon that, and that's what I was asking Max himself. I said this: is we going to see Justin Fields open it up, or he going to play safe to win the game? You know what I'm saying? And I think today what you got was the run game heavy, and that was like, I'm in a playoff game atmosphere right now. No mistakes. I'm not going to do no dumb shit to lose this shit. And you play conservative. Sometimes it can backfire on you. That shit happen to me all the time. But within that being said, Max, let's get into this, man. Do you feel like you was being greedy, trying to throw a pass right before halftime to give up a scoop and score fumble?
I felt like at the moment, because I was like the first down play, I was gonna pass and then go into run. I was just trying to get into field goal range, and if I felt like my first play has been run. So when I came out of I form and tried to pass, it was really a scheme thing. I tried to get him to come down a little bit, and when I pulled up the play action and there was nothing there, I was about to just go take off with Fields so I can throw it away, because I can't throw it away from in the pocket. And when I went to go take off, that D lineman smacked the shit out of my back, and Fields let that thing go.
How much was that as this? Do you realize when you plant somebody and you just got a guy that came off for 2 advances ago off a guy with no time on the clock really, on his backed up on his 1 yard line, and runs the football for 99 yards for a touchdown? Do you feel as though that was the right decision to make, to come out and run formation with seconds left on the clock? It was only, you got the ball back off a kickoff with like 2 seconds like left, right?
Nah. That's when I got it back after the touchdown. When I got it originally, it was like 50 or 40 seconds on the clock, and we ran a play, and then we ran another play, and then the fumble happened. So then it ran down to like 20 seconds. All right,
so I can leave that question
I had like
alone
40
a little
seconds
bit.
with 3
But I would think
timeouts.
he's well more prepared to not get beat off of some shit like that again.
It wasn't like no 10-second. Let me go try to do some T shit. Like, it was like, nah, this is NFL. 50 seconds, 3 timeouts. Go put on a little drive real quick, get in field goal range at least. But I probably couldn't have came out. I shouldn't have came out in something run heavy like that. Yeah, he probably wouldn't have sent it so heavy. But that's what happened.
So Craig, let's talk about when it's 24, I'm assuming 24-14 at the time, right? 24-14, you got a 10-point lead right now, and then the coach put a drive together and go down to strike. And when they go down there and strike, how does that, what type of feeling that gave you? Like, was it pressure moments, trying to like?
I knew that time was on my side and the score was on my side at that moment, but I knew that he was explosive on offense, so I wanted to stop the big plays as much as possible. Like, he had that long ass run on me, and I was pissed off, but I just knew that I couldn't just give him big plays. If I made him put drives together, I felt like he was going to make mistakes, which he still didn't really make too many mistakes, but I rather had made him work for everything that he got. You know what I'm saying? We made each other work for it. So when he got the 24-14, I'm still saying I'm ahead. Like, he's not just putting drives, two play drives together, 3 play drives together. Right. As long as I'm making him work 8, 9, 10 plays, I feel like that I'm in this game. You know what I'm saying? I really got this game to lose at this point. Like, you know what I'm saying? And at one point, when I threw that pick, I was fucking.
That was crucial. That was one of those moments. Yeah. It was like, okay, here we go. We said no turnovers in this game, and there goes the big one.
And he kind of disguised it, because it looked like every time. He kept. I'm not gonna give all my little tips, but he it looked like he was playing man. And at the last minute, he jumped in that cover 2 on your ass. It looked like he was playing man. And it looked like he was opening up, but his corner went back on me, and it just.
That's because you caught me in man earlier. We both doing our keys, our homework. You caught me in man earlier, and with a bad matchup, Butchie on the outside, I had an out route. So you know what I'm saying. And that's why I say I respect the gameplay, and the user, because I knew that you knew that I was doing my homework, and I knew that you did your homework, because when you saw that look, you thought man. Before you do that.
Well, that's a game time decision. You giving him that look all game, so like it's like all right in a game. You know what I mean? That's more of a game time situation. But that's football. Ain't that what you're supposed to be doing? Like making football, adjustments on the fly. So the fact that you jumped into that and jumped into his own and gave him the same look, but jumped into his own was big. So I respect that. I respect the game. But look, the way y'all talking right now, man, do we have a rival on our hands in the AFC South right now?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to give him the division. I'm sure he didn't want to give me the division, so I wouldn't call it a beefy rivalry.
I wouldn't call it a beefy one, but it's like it's a It's a give me that shit. Like,
I mean, it's our first game playing each other. I mean, we got a lot more league left. First time playing a game. Do we need some more games under our belt before we can say, rival right now, or do we go back to the same question?
The tone got to be set for these next, like, you feel me? Yeah, like first game with the Bengals or Browns, but you wasn't calling them dirty ass Ohio yet. But when you started getting into that mode, you was like, nah, these niggas is dirty ass Ohio, like.
Right, and the dirty ass Ohio is me disrespecting the shit out of them niggas. Fuck them.
So
I don't like nobody in Ohio,
shit about
Cincinnati,
Indy
or fucking Cleveland.
I fuck with Houston, but
kiss
shit,
my ass, Hussein. Yeah, but here we go, man. My man said he is here. I don't think he's saying, look at me, nigga, I beat you, I'm here. I'm saying, I think that I'm here is saying, listen, y'all not going to nothing's going to be easy with me. You're not walking all over me and nothing like that. I'm here to play, and I'm here to do what I came here to do. Simple as that. I respect that because I don't think it is one of those shots where it's like, nigga, I just won a game by, you know what I mean? You got niggas that win by 3 and tell you they whooped your ass type shit. Like, I think this was more listen, man, pay attention. Y'all been talking about me for 5 weeks for a reason. Pay attention. I like that. I like that confidence, bro. I like that energy. Flat out like that energy. And the fact that we now have 2 teams in the AFC South is interesting to me right now, man. You got one team over there that can put a team together like a motherfucker but can't win right now. And then the Titans, he just been on vacation, but we might be looking at 3 teams because you can't sleep on the Titans. Los has really been changing and playing pretty good football. He just hasn't been around. So we'll keep him out the conversation for right now. But if we could get this division to three teams fighting amongst each other a little bit, hey man, we might got something right now. What do you guys got to say about us and the entire league? Knowing at the end of the day, bro, this is the weakest division in our league, man. How do y'all change that?
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
tough questions.
But if we are in fact the weakest division, I would say honestly, it's only a matter of time because only certain guys can just take getting aired and not like respond. So
Right.
Yeah,
All right, who is this quarterback? He your old quarterback, Zach Wilson, is now in Houston, Texas. Look at him. Look at Matt. Like who his quarterback is. He traded for Zach Wilson, dog. He got your old gunslinger around the building right now, man. Right around the building right now, man. All right, so where do we go from here? Max, you're coming off a tough loss. At this point, you back in the mix now where you was actually in the driver's seat to be the #1 seed in the AFC. After that loss now, where do we go from here?
Man, we just gotta go understand. First off, we're gonna give our guys and our guys' minds a little break, bro. They've been playing some fucking hellacious football, bro. I gotta shout out my guys, but just a little mental weekend break. But we tapped in on fucking Washington, and then after that, bro, we are on this thing I would like to call a damnation tear, like.
All right, with your Stephen A. Smith words and shit, what the fuck are you actually saying?
Man, if you in my way in these fucking playoff runs from my driver's seat, your ass is finna get whooped.
Okay, I like that. Now, off of this win, where do you go exactly? Shots be fired on the low. All right, so Craig, where the hell you go after that win right now? Listen, buddy, you got the Browns on the schedule, the Colts on the schedule, the Ravens on the schedule. What's next for you, buddy?
I mean, look, I just gotta play solid offense. I feel like if I just stop giving up turnovers, I feel like I can beat most people in this league, if not all.
Oh shit! There we go. We talking that one right now. Let's go.
It's just like I'm not even being on no cocky shit either. I'm just being on some, you know what I mean?
Football shit. No turnovers means good game. Yeah, good game.
No turnovers, bro. I am saying now it's a little bit different for me because I was low key. Now everybody has been able to see
you ain't
me
been
now.
low key. I've been blowing your ass up since 5 advances ago. Ain't no low keys around here, dog. We put the spotlight on you and make you play. You heard? Bro, you prison break. You just escape prison with the motherfucking every light in the world on your ass right now. And you got to get away. That's where you at right now. Game of the week.
No more. Not game of the week. Yeah.
Game of the week.
Surely, but I feel like as far as the rest of the season go, I feel like he's still a little bit in the driver's seat because his record's better than man. I feel like the rest of my schedule was a little bit on the tough side.
You gonna make me this big ass dinosaur burger?
Yeah. We gonna
fuck them Fred Flintstone. That fucking that shit big as hell. I try to put somebody to sleep. All right. Fellas, entertaining game. I will say this. Do y'all both feel as though the game of the week was exactly that tonight? Game of the week?
Oh, fuck yeah.
For surely.
Well, actually, I don't. Yeah, but did you give the honorable mention to the Raiders and the Niners? Like, did you?
Because I ain't really talk about it because we ain't advanced yet. When we advance, you know I dig into all that shit. So
I had a lot of expectations.
Hey, Dan, can we talk about something, bro?
What's that?
I will say that.
Bro, I don't feel like that page should have even been there.
All right, let's get back up then.
I wish we could pull the fucking play up. Oh,
listen, I understand the receiver didn't do shit, but I feel like his feet wasn't set. He was on the left side, throwing to the right side. I just don't feel like. I don't even feel like
he was on the right side, running to the right. His feet don't need to be set. We're talking about Justin Fields. Yeah. And nobody's in front of him. Like when I say nobody, I mean your D end was double teamed and he might have got held. Like that's how much nobody was in front of him.
I gotta look at it. I know you did throw a little.
Man, he rolled out. The man rolled the fuck out. Didn't set his feet. Threw a low pass. Like that's the problem right there. You throw a low pass. I think if you just throw the ball regular, we might have a different outcome in that situation.
I can understand this.
Threw a low pass.
I throw those though, so this isn't like something that feels it's his first rodeo throwing that bitch. Since the day one, you ask Ritter, you ask Mills, you ask Fields. Day one, a low crosser or a low slant is in your bag. I promise you. Well,
that shit wasn't in the bag about an hour ago. That shit was motherfucking toe tap swag the other way. Let me get that.
But also to say that if he would have caught it, he would have just like. Do something together to score. It wasn't that something for you all game for you to just say like
I wouldn't have called it, but that is the play of the game for me. As like that was a pick, that's my play of the game because right there was like you got this. It for me is my coach.
What does that catch do for you though? You do get a first down. The clock ain't on your side at all. I think we was really low on seconds. You had 3 timeouts there, and you still needed another 10 yards for a first down.
It was a sideline throw, so at that. It was a sideline throw, so at that point,
ain't nothing wrong with that. You ain't even got to burn your timeout, but again, you still wasn't even across the 50 yet.
I was. The throw was at the 40-yard. The other throw was at the 40-yard line on the other side. Like he catches it. Yeah, it was a deep crosser. Like I said, it wasn't the regular crosser. I put him on a deep crosser. The play calling was deep, 40-yard throw. Hot dot on the sideline. Now we're at the other 40 or at the 45 with 3 timeouts. I can do anything in my offense. I got 3 timeouts. 30
but anything wasn't available to you the entire game. So like, what do we say here?
Anything though. I went 5 wide for a touchdown. I went pistol. I went I form for a touchdown. 5 wide for a touchdown. Like we can at least attempt some real plays at the other side of the 40 versus being at the 20-yard line where I was at. Like. That throw is everything right
You're not wrong. You're not wrong with that. You're not wrong saying that. But if it was the 5th, we be all fucked up.
But like, was that the win or lose throw for me? In the sense of it was a pick and like not a catch, kinda. But like, did I win or lose the game off of that throw? No, because you know what I'm saying, the game is a full quarters. I'm talking about the game is a full quarters. Like I threw a pick like that was stupid as fuck. I didn't get a 3rd down stop. I didn't get a 4th down stop where he ended up scoring on that drive. Like the game came down to other things to me. But that throw at that time, that is the game.
That's the sealer.
Yeah, like that's the
zip bag that shit up.
Yeah, that's the back of the end zone throw. Like, oh my god, yeah, like oh my gosh, let's go. Like that's game.
Yeah, I was like, I can't lose another close game or possession game, though. That's all I kept thinking.
If you lose that close game, how does that break you for the season right now?
Oh
losing
man,
3 of them things like
it's
that.
Gonna be more than that. It's gonna take more than that to break me. But damn, that would have been disheartening for real, though. For surely, I had to. That shit would have hurt for surely. Though, you know what I'm saying?
And I feel like that's what his team had in mind, man. His team was not going for that shit. Yo.
Yeah, I wasn't with. I mean, and we got him at 4th and 6. I'm like, man, we got him where he want. I tried to take the short crosses, which is smart for him to do the deep crosses, because I just thought he was going to just try to get the first down.
Right.
So the deep cross was a good call, because I wasn't keyed in on that, and I knew I didn't want Justin Fields to run, so I kind of was spying him myself.
Yeah, the spy.
On that play. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even have a spy. I was a personal spy.
You were spying.
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Yeah, I had Floyd follow him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had Floyd follow him. So on that particular play, I was like, Justin Fields ain't gonna beat me. He gonna have to throw the ball, and he did. Luckily, he just didn't throw the ball that he needed to throw. You know what I'm saying?
I just like hearing real good conversations of football. Y'all both talking real and y'all make sense right now. I appreciate that shit to the fullest right now, man. We are in a situation right now, man, where we going down that stretch right now. The stretch is big right now. Let's get out of here and just follow me, fellas, real fast. We in week 13. Week 13 shows the playoff pictures all the time, so we got to go take a look at that. First, I'm going to go to the pictures. And we're going to talk about the NFC and the AFC right now. The Bears are number 1 at this point. Cowboys are always where they usually be at, too. 49ers after their big win, 7. Well, we ain't advanced yet.
Oh, okay.
Panthers are sitting in the 3rd seed. The football team is in the 6th seed. You got the Cardinals at 4 and the Lions at 5 right now. Lions is locked into a game right now against who they got? Lions and
They got the Panthers.
Lions and the Panthers are playing right now. It's a really big game right now. And on the flip side of things right now, here we go. We got the Raiders are still sitting at 1 after the loss. They're still sitting at 1. It looks like the Chargers possibly going to go back to go up to the 1 spot. But then you got the Colts at 2, and the Browns, who have been pretty much on the losing streak right now, sitting at 7. Right now, 3rd and 6th seed is the Ravens, Texans, and then you got the Dolphins and the Chargers at 4 and 5 right now. You know the Broncos scream that we thanks for losing. We gonna get the 7th seed and He plays for the 7th seed. But the spot that 7th, that 6th seed is very important right now coming down the stretch right now because there's 3 teams that can hold this spot, those 2 spots down. And which will be the Browns, the Texans, and the Broncos right now. And you play one of those teams. You got the Browns right now, man. Tell me now that we know that's an important game. Like this might be the most important game of your season right now. To win that game could mean you can lose a game and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And still be in the playoffs. That's how important that Browns game is. So this becomes the next game after the most important game becomes the next important game right now. So what would your mindset be in that situation, knowing you this close to playing in the playoffs?
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't playing until tomorrow because I got to transition because I've been planning so much for this game. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, you gotta.
I'm planning so much for this game. I got to transition to get ready to play for a whole different team. You know what I'm saying? Whole different play style.
Yeah, give you guys a break.
Yeah, I'm saying I got to give us a break and everything else. I mean, he does push the ball a little bit more. He does throw more deeper balls and stuff, which I'm confident in my corners, and I got my player safety to kind of shut that stuff down.
Okay.
But we'll see. I'm not the type of person that let people really throw too much over me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I mean, we're gonna see, man. But my mindset is just go in there, get the W, get ready for the Colts again, and you know what I mean. But I can't soak up for this one too long. It's time to get ready for Cleveland now.
Trying to get ready for them right now. So you sitting at 8-4. The Broncos are at 7-5, and the Browns are at 500, 6-6 right now. A loss for the Browns can really do real big damage to their playoffs. It's almost like they lose, they out.
And I feel like us, me and the Colts being in the playoffs will give us some more respect as having two teams in the playoffs.
Exactly, that'll be the first time we'll see that. Yep,
Yeah.
first time we'll see that this entire dish, yo. So that's definitely important verse to talk about right now. Yep, respect that to the fullest right now, man. Yes, sir, man. So you got the Raiders, Chargers, Colts, Ravens, and then there's the Texans. When it comes down to the AFC, you disclude the Dolphins because they are their division no matter what. The Dolphins can lose as many games they want as long as they win their division. Simple as that, right? So they gonna get the fourth seed no matter what if they win. But it comes down again to these Browns, and then at 6-6 with 3 games left. Do you exclude the Bengals from getting into the playoffs?
I think the Bengals can make it.
So we got a nice little stretch coming down the stretch between about 3 or 4 teams.
The only thing that we got working is that both of us got the tiebreakers on the Bengals.
Right. Both beat them. Yep. So y'all, yeah. So he would have to finish with.
Yeah, we did.
Better record than y'all to even do anything in that situation. And then the other thing is y'all both got winning your division as the key too. Whatever one of y'all win the division is in, no matter what.
But wait, somehow if things go like this though, can't Bengals I gotta look at the Bengals rest of their record because did they
I
play
think the
Browns
Bengals
already
lost
twice?
I think the Bengals lost
played
to
the
they split with the Browns, I think, and they lost to the Broncos as well though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay, that might change the.
So they can't win. Them winning out don't make them a playoff team. They need those
They
teams
need
to
other people to
lose.
lose. They need Bengals. I mean, the Browns to lose. Okay, that makes sense. But he still got to win his games to do the due diligence, right?
Right.
Because you can't lose and then yeah.
Let's look at the Bengals schedule going down right now. So he did. Let's see the big games he lost. It starts with the AFC. He lost to the Dolphins. He lost to the Broncos, Ravens, Colts, Texans. So all the teams that we're talking about that's in the playoffs and that playoffs fight, he lost to. He did come back and split with the Browns. Did they play twice? Nope, they only played once. He beat the Browns once. So that it comes down to them two playing again. That shit crazy, bro. But he got the Titans, who we're gonna say is probably not gonna play the game after missing all those games on vacation. But the Bucks is a good team, Panthers is a good team. Looking at playoff teams there, and then the Browns fighting for their playoff lives. So it's next 3 games.
I think if the Bengals really tap in, I think the Bengals can actually.
Well, we're gonna see what he really made of right now. You going?
Yeah,
I mean,
right
we
here.
know he ties his shoes up every
game.
time he got to play. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He gonna play. He a fucking dog. He got
3 games right here though.
Yeah, he got a fucking dog mentality. So he ain't shying away from none of this shit. I'm telling you right now.
I think that's what's gonna cut it on. Because the Browns, I ain't gonna say bad about the Browns. But if the Browns, like you said, are 1 loss away from not being in contention.
And then it ain't no easy push for him either because he got to deal with the Texans. And if the Saints play, that's a good game for him too. Falcons and then Bengals. So now some might look at this and be like, well, he got a little easier run than the Bengals do, but not as long as the Bengals is on the schedule. He doesn't. And then you go look at the Broncos and see what they finishing off because he already counted his ticket as a 7th seed. That's how he feels. So he don't got to play the Rams. That's going to be a thing. The Chiefs, they always go back and forth. He got Hero Burgers and the Dolphins. So in his eyes, he feel like he going to win. But last time he met the Dolphins blew him the fuck out in the playoffs. So and then Hero Burgers are sneaky. Go ahead and sleep on him if you want to.
The Chiefs go.
And exactly. Just because the Chiefs having a bad year, that doesn't mean the Chiefs can't win that ball game. So he could go ahead and count his chickens all he want right now. He's going to be out this bitch. Yeah, anyway, you know how it go. But with that being said, down the stretch, bro, we haven't had a season yet where down the stretch games ain't been important.
Not yet.
Like, that's crazy. We always fighting it out
15,
at week 17.
16, 17. Oh, my gosh. Those be the hellgate games. Nuts. Oh, my God.
So, all right, fellas, man. Listen, bro. Great game for y'all, too, man. Craig, thanks for coming on and getting the interview with us, man. You got one of the quickest members to come on as a new member in our league and get an interview, bro. We don't like we put the new guys through a lot before we give them any type of respect whatsoever. But boy, you found yourself on here. Not only have you found yourself on here for an interview, you also was talked about for the last fucking 3 or 4 fucking real talk. So that's telling us how you moving right now. We appreciate you, man, and thanks for joining the league and doing what you do right now. Let's keep that shit popping. You're do what we do right now. And Max, man, way to man up. You know you got fighting work to do and shit like that, and just get to it. You already know. Right after the loss, that man was in practice mode. That tells you exactly what guys feel about getting their shit right and making sure shit go right all the time, man. And then them Dolphins is ass. Remember that. Everybody that's listening right now, the Dolphins is ass. That motherfucker's ass. He is ass over there, struggling over there. Ass. Shout out to Big Nano for his win. When this week is over with. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Shout out to Nano for the big win. I definitely think the Titans next year, if people sleep on the Titans to go back to that AFC shit, people are going to have some unfortunate L's on their schedule.
He ain't play all year.
Yeah, that's why I say, like, when he's actually tapped in for a season, he gives the best of them a tough game, win or loss. So, shit, I don't know what moves he's been doing, how he been gelling with his team, or how he's going to gel, but I wouldn't sleep on him.
He'll be all right. Anyway, we out of here, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in right now. We are gone. And hits the franchise guru. You know what we do. Real Talk Season 7. Episode 14. My numbers be wrong a lot, but we on 14 as long as I said 14 it is. We out of here. We'll be back when we advance the league, Nano. What's going on with the league, man? Let's get, what we got going on, man? What we waiting on?
One game. Lions, Panthers. I got to hear something from them.
They 8:45, right? They not playing?
They said 8:45.
Yeah, but 8:40 time. What? Not Eastern time.
He is Central.
Central time.
Central,
Okay.
Central.
All right. So they got 20 minutes. All right. Cool. All right. It is what it is. 20 minutes. We got it. You know, we had some fun day today, man. The day was good, bro. Good football was played. We had a great game of the week. All right, go. Anyway, we out of here. You heard? Gone.